here in the studio where we are presenting the program to you this evening. Saturday was the opening ceremony for the World Fishing Games in the Sandton Convention Center, and yesterday and today was some of the activities started already for the World Games. Today many of the anglers will remember as a day with wet and thunderstorms that they've experienced here close to Johannesburg, Pretoria area, as well as in the Bloemhof area. They had some good rain during the run of the day, also obviously influencing the participation in the games. Before we're having a look at the different championships, let's hear the comments from the president of SIPS, Mr. Ferenc Zalai, regarding the World Games.
Chers amis pêcheurs, cher tout le monde, nous sommes déjà après quelques jours de l'ouverture et de la cérémonie d'ouverture de cette 4e édition des mondiaux de la pêche. Et je peux confirmer, parce que j'ai parlé avec beaucoup de participants qui sont venus 1800 de 50 nations du monde entier, je peux dire, parce qu'ils sont d'Amérique, d'Asie, d'Australie et bien évidemment de l'Afrique et aussi de l'Europe. Tout le monde peut confirmer que l'organisation de ces mondiaux a été très très bien décidée par notre congrès de la Confédération internationale de la pêche sportive, parce que l'organisation de ces mondiaux c'est vraiment exemplaire. Tout le monde peut confirmer. Merci beaucoup Confédération africaine. Et il y a que nous avons visité des poissons dans les eaux. Bien évidemment, pas exactement la même quantité partout, mais ça viendra. Bien évidemment, il y a la compétition de long casting qui a commencé aujourd'hui, et encore il y a des entraînements pour toutes les autres disciplines. Tout le monde est content et vraiment nous sommes très reconnaissants à la fédération sud-africaine qui s'est chargée de l'organisation de ces mondiaux. Il faut le dire parce que la pêche sportive n'est pas une pêche d'un continent. C'est un sport universel qui est de plus en plus populaire dans le monde entier, et je crois que c'est les 4e éditions de ces Jeux mondiaux qui se déroulent actuellement en Afrique du Sud. Ce sont une très très bonne promotion de notre sport, et nous invitons tout le monde de pratiquer ce sport extraordinaire, et surtout les jeunes. Merci beaucoup et je vous souhaite bon amusement et bon support pour cette 4e édition des mondiaux de la pêche sportive.
Although it was in France, many of the participants in the World Fishing Games can speak French, and thus the message were delivered in French. In the studio with me this evening on my left hand side is Bossy van Rensburg, who is the chairman of the South African Casting Federation. Bossy, thank you for joining us this evening in the studio. On my right hand side it's Eric Optenbeek of the Belgium country, and he's a manager of the team as well as a participant in the team in the casting championships this year. Bossy, will you please explain to us the broad layout of the discipline and how it functions on the casting range?
Thank you, Andries. Yes, the sport is basically the driving range for the fishermen. We are casting in a court that is basically the same as the javelin and discus disciplines. We've got a 30-degree sector which we cast in, and we set out the court according to the wind direction. We get the wind at our backs. You cast out of a casting block, and the same rules apply. You must cast within the 30-degree sector. If you are outside, it's a no cast, and if you get a break off, if the line snaps, it's also a no cast. We normally have 6 casts per day per weight. That's the ideal, but unfortunately today the weather didn't play along, and we could only make 5 casts. So yeah, that's unfortunately so. As far as the line categories and weight categories is concerned, we've got 4 weight categories, which is the 175 gram, the 150, the 125, and then the 100 gram weight categories. For each of those categories, we've got a specific line rating, 0.35, 0.31, 0.28, and a 0.25 line, and then also cast with a shock leader, with a heavier 2 weights on a 0.75 shock leader, and on the lighter 2 weights a 0.65 shock leader. You can cast with any rod, you can cast with a fixed spool, you can cast with a center pin, but you must just stick to the line and the weight criteria that is there.
Bossy, just for interest sake, I know there's only a few ladies. Do they normally participate in this discipline?
There is a few ladies, especially from Italy and Paraguay and Germany. But unfortunately this year, with all the different fishing federations that's competing, the Italians couldn't make it. They compete in one of the other fishing disciplines. So this year we've just got a lady from Paraguay and Germany competing.
Wonderful, thanks Bossy. Eric, your experience of the World Fishing Games thus far?
Well, outstanding, that's what I can say. I mean, we've been hosted, enormously. We were welcomed in a way that we've never experienced before. So it was great. We had an opening parade ceremony that was never seen before, I think, as far as I know. Also hospitality on the casting fields. Yeah, great. I mean, we are really treated like athletes, and maybe that's how it should be done, but yeah, it's great.
Wonderful. Tell me, Eric, today was your first category. I think it's 175 gram, is that correct? How did it go with you guys today?
Well, it was a bit hard. We had a thunderstorm today, like Bossy just did, and it makes casting very difficult because wind direction is continuously changing, and like Bossy explained, we would like to have the wind behind us, because otherwise making it very complex and difficult for all the participants. Nevertheless, we were able to do, thanks to a good organization, we were able to do 5 casts. And there were some top distances, top athletes who performed very well. Yeah.
If I'm correct, Bossy, you had to change the direction of your cord during the day because of the wind direction. Is that correct?
That's correct, Andries. We changed it 4 times today. We are 37 casters, and if the first cast is made, irrespective of what the wind direction is thereafter, all the participants must first finish the round before the captains get together and decide if the cord can be changed.
So if we get a little bit technical, it would mean that your casting range would be able to change over a 360 degrees angle depending on the wind direction.
That's correct. We are very fortunate to have a field where we can cast in a 360 degree. Otherwise, you must go from one corner of the field to the other. But unfortunately, it's a logistical nightmare, because you've got 15 gazebos that's pitched. You've got ablution facilities. You've got a kitchen, etc. And that must be carried around the field every time, even if it's close by 40 or 50 meters. But that must be carried around by the participants.
All right. Guys, thank you for joining us this evening in the show. We really appreciate it. We're going to have a look at what the rain did to you guys today. As you can see, it was a difficult day for the casters out in the open fields today. Hopefully the weather would be passing over the night and they will have a good day tomorrow casting in the open fields. The activities of the championship started off on Saturday evening with the Cup Championships captains meeting and the draw of the sectors, and then on Sunday morning the Cup Championship started. Although it started a bit late, about 90 minutes late, because of the moving of the tents. That's part of the logistical matters that are involved with carp fishing. They are still fishing, competing for 72 hours. The results that we had at this stage is only of this morning's catches. We haven't received yet the latest results this evening. We are still waiting for the newest results. As soon as it is available, we will publish it for you on the Facebook site so that you can have a look at it. The results of this morning had the South African team in the lead with all the three pairs having first positions in the three different sectors. I visited this morning during the afternoon the ladies.
Hello everybody, my name is Iris Vermeers. I'm from the Belgium ladies team, and we are here in South Africa in a very nice venue. It seems to be quite difficult to catch the fish. There's very few fish caught yesterday and today. It will be a very technique kind of fishing, I think. So countries will have to look for the right system to find the fish. In general, it's very nice to be here because all the South African people are very nice, very friendly, very kind. So we are enjoying ourselves very much at this moment. We hope to catch a lot of fish during the weekend.
When it comes to fishing, you never know what to trust in terms of the training sessions. So I had to go and visit the South African team and have a little bit of an interview with the South African lady, Rita Groenham, just to confirm if what was said in terms of the results of the training.
This is our second day of practicing. We've practiced yesterday. It didn't go that well, but there was a storm on Saturday night. And normally when there's a storm, the fish isn't very active. This morning we started late because there was weather and everything, so we had to wait for about 2 hours before we could start fishing. The fish are not very active today as well, but we're sure that the fish will come in tomorrow. But we're very positive. We are so privileged to be here, to be part of the South African team, and we are so grateful to be in the team and to have three very talented coaches and a manager. Our team, we are a great team. We went to Poland together and we know each other. We get along very, very well.
With every championship being presented during the World Fishing Games, there's a representative from the FIPS structures visiting and moving around at the venue to make sure that the rules are being adhered to, and also taking lead of the organizational structure. When moving around on the bank at the angling area, I met up with Roland Mark, who is the FIPS representative for the ladies and the masters course fishing.
Hello everybody, my name is Roland Mark, President of the Technical Commission of the FIPCD. I am on the venue from the ladies. I have to say one thing first is the big work that the people from this place are doing to cut the trees and all what they need to have a very beautiful venue. So I hope only one thing is that the sun will be with us and that the fish will bait, because now with this with the storm, with the problems that we have with the meteor, but I hope that it will go better.
At the Masters section, the story was totally different for the second training day. There were a bit more fish coming out, and walking around there between the guys, you can see that they are enjoying themselves and catching quite a few fish. And we were lucky to get some footage of a good quality grass carp being caught by a French angler. During a competition of this nature, a fish of that size would make a huge difference to an angler, and you can see this on the smile of the French angler. He's happy to having the result of catching a good quality grass carp like he had. Obviously it's catch and release, so the fish was released immediately after the photos were taken. Moving down the bank, I also met up with one of the German anglers. We recorded good quality Orange River mudfish, and here's a little bit of a clip of that. The bank angling section, the freshwater bank angling section, started already on Sunday. They are a guest event at the World Fishing Games for this year. We invited them as part of the World Games to also give some exposure to this discipline on the international sector. The championships were visited by SIPS and FIPS ED representatives to also give them some exposure to this discipline, to have it most probably approved as an international discipline in the near future. The results, as we had it after the first day's fishing, the juniors of South Africa led the competition for the day, the first day, with a total weight of 84 kilograms, and the Namibia juniors at 65 kilograms for the first day. When having a look at the seniors, the South African team were leading also the results on the first day with a total weight of 126 kilograms. Second, the team from Namibia, 120 kilograms. Third, the Australian team. It's their first time participating in this type of event with South Africa, Namibia, as well as Zimbabwe. They did well. They had 109 kilograms. And then fourth was the team from Zimbabwe. They had a total weight of 55 kilograms. When we move on to the ladies, or the masters, firstly the older chaps, the South African team led the first day with 102 kilograms, and the Namibian team had 81 kilograms. It is a little bit of a different scoring system that we are used to normally in South Africa. The ladies, their scoring total, firstly the South African team with 74 kilograms, secondly the Namibian team with 63 kilograms, and then thirdly the Zimbabwean team with a total weight of 34 kilograms. You would see in the videos that we're showing you the weight, the different type of bait that they use and the flavoring that they put on to attract the fish as part of the bank angling discipline. I'd like to wish the freshwater teams good luck for their last day tomorrow. The third day, hopefully the results will be just as good as the previous 2 days. And as soon as we have the results of today's catches, we'll also post it for you on the Facebook page. I had a fortunate opportunity to visit also the Black Bass Championship this morning, where the guys are busy preparing. They had also their training day today, so the boats were all out on the river. They're fishing on the Vaal River system, the 50-kilometer stretch between the Vaal Barrage, as well as the little wall that's in the river system upstream from the barrage. We're fortunate to experience the camaraderie and friendship between the bass anglers, and here's a little bit of a video clip that shows you how the spirit are between the different anglers, the different nations participating in this event. You can see that the guys are enjoying the tournament. Although you're coming from a different nation, the guys are good friends with one another, meeting up at the various championships. And one of our managers, Mr. Mike Milligan, the manager of the Protea team, he had a little discussion with some teammates of one of the opposing teams. Let's see what they had to say.
Afternoon, my name is Mike Milligan. I'm part of the South African bass team, and I'd just like to show everyone out there how we gather information. So these very good friends of mine is Derek and Bunny from Swaziland, and I'd just like to gather a bit of information and find out, what can you tell me about the dam, Derek? What did you find secrets today that you don't want to tell anyone else except me?
Well, Mike, that's a big question. I tell you what we did see. We saw lots and lots of tilapia, lots and lots of mudfish, lots and lots of carp, and we even hooked a few.
Don't mention carp because they'll want to come and fish here.
Well, I was just going to say, we even caught catfish, and I mean, now here the guys at Loskop are having a hard time too. So, maybe they should have come here. We could have gone there. Maybe they're catching bass that side.
Yeah, it might have been a swap. I'm not sure if there are bass in here, but
yeah, we're not so convinced at the moment.
And if we did find out, we're not telling anybody.
Even you.
Well, if it's going to go onto any newsreel or anything, we're not saying a thing.
Yeah,
not yet. We'll let you know at the end of the call.
After we come off air, you're going to let me know.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, this is how you do it. Guys, what's your experience so far? Have you enjoyed this? Derek, I know I've been with you in the last 5 World Championships. Yeah. Tell me what you experienced.
Well, actually, I've been in 11 World Championships now. Can you believe that, Mike? Yeah. And I think Swaziland was probably the guys who rubbed your noses in it and got you going. So
can we just cut and edit that little piece, please?
But
Swaziland, by the way, Swaziland with 7 anglers went across with 6 of them and came 3rd, and I think we came 5th.
Yeah. So anyway, we enjoy those moments when we do beat South Africa. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how. I think they're going to be far and few between now. But anyway, so I think the organization has been amazing. I think the whole opening ceremony, the last World Games I was at was in Italy, and was also amazing. But I just think that there's so much more to this Games. I think it's just like it's been fantastic to meet the different anglers. So we actually got to chat to the guys from Wales and guys from England, Australia. So it was really a fantastic event, well put together. So hats off to organisers and sponsors, obviously.
Not organisers. Hats off to Andres Marais. Well done, Mark. And he's my good friend. Andres is my good friend. Well done, Andres. We're very, very proud of you, my friend. Well done. Yeah. I think you've done South Africa and the fishing nation here very proud. And really, from us to all of you, we'd like to say that. Thanks, guys. Yeah. And to the rest of the nation out there fishing, stay Balena, enjoy, and make us all proud.
I don't know if it's just the South African welcoming, but all the teams here seem much more relaxed than usually. You can go up and chat to the guys are much more friendlier. I don't know if South Africa has put them at ease, and that's made a big difference.
I think
it's nice chatting to the guys from the other countries.
I think it's typical of South African hospitality, to be honest with you. Whatever they want, whatever they need, we'll go out of the way and do it. And I think it goes pretty much to show. I mean, look at the opening ceremony. We had a dinner the night before, and all of these things were just mind-blowing, and it's great.
No, it's been to you guys. Well done.
Excellent.
Well done to the organisers, to the best organisers and the SASEC organisers.
Where's your microphone,
and all the sponsors.
Yeah, no, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Without the
without the
sponsors,
sponsors,
we would not be here.
so we
And
need to
it's
just
great
do a
for the
sound
sponsors.
check.
And yeah, I must be honest. It's great to have you
you
on
guys
board.
want me to
and
switch this transmitter
lovely
on?
to
Yeah,
see.
I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. We are looking forward for the next day's activities. The Carp Angling Championships are approaching their end, very close to finishing up. Then the surf shore angling guys are also having their second day tomorrow, as well as the fly fishing guys are starting with their championship day tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some footage from you from there, and enjoy the program with us. We'll be coming back to you live on Thursday evening with a show from the Emerald Casino with the last day weigh-in process as they come in with the boats weighing their black bass. Thank you and good night.